Welcome to law number 6, the law of solid ground. And the law of solid ground comprehensively emphasizes the power and the value of trust. What it says is leaders must be trusted. They must be trustworthy because there is no other way for them to sustain their leadership. Because trust is the foundation of leadership. It's the glue that holds an organization and its leader together. Yet trust is an intangible that we consume and lose much quicker than we gain it. A leader can build trust by achieving results, always with integrity, and by possessing real personal regard for his people. Yet he can simply lose the trust of his people by being deceptive, sly, or cunning, or by not keeping the promises that he made. There are two things that build trust. The first one is consistent competence. Consistently performing well is a good reason for people to follow a leader, because people wouldn't follow a person who is moody or cranky, whose behaviors is changing from time to time. People do not follow a leader who they do not know what he is gonna do in this very situation. People do not get behind a leader whose attitude is not strong enough. So the second thing that builds trust is character, consistent character. Being an exceptional person of integrity is undeniably indispensable to leadership. You need to walk the talk. As Robin Sharma put it so well, there is a world of difference between talking the path and walking the path. And only leaders who have strong character can walk the talk, as Jack Welch put it so well. To walk the talk is essential for leadership. Otherwise you are not simply following yourself, and there wouldn't be any person who would follow a leader who is not following himself. Okay? Norman Schwarzkopf points to the significance of the character. He says this: leadership is a potent combination of strategy and character. If you must be without one, be without strategy. So character is that important, that inevitably indispensable. Character makes trust possible, and trust makes leadership possible. So there are three major things that our character communicates or radiates to people. Our body language, our lifestyle, our attitude in a given situation is immensely important for people to follow us. So three major things that character communicates. The first one is consistency. An NBA player once stated that you can't get too much done in life if you only work on the days you feel good. Which exactly sounds the definition of consistency. And there is no leader in history who was not consistent, but who was followed by his followers or by people. It's just not impossible. Consistency is communicated by character. A strong character can only radiate a strong and constant consistency. You can never make people believe your craft before you believe it yourself. And nobody would ever follow you if you're not following yourself, as we have said before. And the second thing character communicates is potential. Character communicates potential. How? Because only the leaders who are honest, disciplined, and hardworking have the potential to achieve results, to achieve and bring great dreams come true. Only those can have a positive impact on others. Character communicates potential, because ideation without execution is nothing more than delusion. That's what Robin Sharma says. Ideation without execution is nothing more than delusion. Leaders who plan and ideate something for the future as a vision but do not execute are only deluded, and people wouldn't really follow a deluded person. So the third thing that character communicates is respect. Maxwell says, when you don't have character within you, you can't earn respect without. Leaders earn respect by making sound decisions, by achieving results, by putting their people before everything, before their personal agenda. A leader's lifestyle has to be aligned with principles as a result of these three communications of character. A leader's lifestyle must be aligned with principles, not by social values, as Stephen Covey puts it in his great book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, we cannot control the consequences of our actions, but we can control our actions, and the consequences that flow out of our actions are controlled by principles. And that's the law of solid ground. No leader can break trust with his people and still sustain his leadership among them. Trust is the foundation of leadership. The root of trust is integrity. And you can make no change in an organization where people do not trust you. You can change everything in an organization possessing one single feature in your character, possessing one single power, and that is trust. That's what writes here, speed of trust. The one thing that changes everything. That's the law of solid ground.